from Cleveland's most accurate weather team. This is 19 First Alert Plus, sponsored by the man that makes them pay, Tim Misney.
Hello everybody and welcome to your First Alert forecast. Happy Valentine's Day, happy Friday, happy beginning to a tough weekend of weather. Almost nailed that. That close. With me is Samantha Roberts, who is going to be breaking down the latest in this world of weather that we are seeing. Sam, this is not a fun outlook here. Today was one of those days where you couldn't even get relief from the ice if you were on grass because everything is just straight up frozen.
That is an excellent point. I had someone walking through my backyard earlier and there's no sunlight at all back there. And I was like, please do not fall. Just be careful because even the grass is a skating rink. And I've noticed a lot of places are out of ice melt, especially pet safe ice melt. So stock up where you can find it. I don't think many people thought we would need as much as we've had to use this winter, right? So be careful out there. It's icy. Cupid is out in full force. I love this little picture here. If you have,
if he's that large, that is horrifying.
Isn't it cute?
Monstrous Cupid taking over 2/3 of Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, he's really big. A Cupid warning, in effect, for Northeast Ohio since it's Valentine's Day. Okay, enough of the cuteness. This is not cute, right? A little Valentine's night snow coming in. Now, if you have dinner plans tonight for Valentine's Day, and I know you said you guys were going to eat some pasta. Eat all the pasta because you're going to want to stay warm this weekend and next week. We've got snow coming in from the west. This gets here again 2, 3 in the morning. In Cleveland, it may be closer to 3:30, 4. We'll see how quickly this can get in here. But right now, it's all out to the west. So dinner plans are safe. Here is future view. You can see 3 o'clock in the morning. We've got some heavy snow coming in from the south. Look at this. 8 in the morning. What a mess out there. Roads may be snow coated. Visibility will not be great. The good thing with this snow is that we'll cover up all the ice we can't seem to get rid of, so it might be a little easier to walk, right? If your driveway is covered in ice like mine is. So the snow will fall on top of that, give us a little bit of tread. But then by late morning, temperatures start to rise. So we're going to see some mixing. We could see a little freezing rain, a little sleet. This transition will take place more quickly west of Cleveland than in the Cleveland area. And then we'll get a few breaks in the afternoon. In fact, I'm going to go back. You can see in our southern counties, this may be more rain than anything else. And then afternoon, we're getting those breaks, maybe not raining as heavily everywhere, but unfortunately, Jeff, it does pick back up Saturday evening. And this is where we have our highest flooding risk and, of course, the risk of ice jams throughout the weekend as well. I think that risk is a little bit higher late Saturday night once we've had time to thaw a little bit into early on Sunday morning.
Finally, a little bit of thawing is needed.
Yeah. Oh, but don't worry. It'll freeze right back up. It'll freeze
There it
just right back up for you.
Yep. Sam, you're so back. You know, you were positive for a little bit, and I'm glad you came back to earth.
I am the queen of being negative about the winter weather. I wouldn't be so negative right now if it hadn't been the most relentless winter ever. Doesn't this feel like the winter of 2014, which was just horrible winter. We've been kind of spoiled, so this winter, I think we're all allowed to complain a little bit, and you never want to see any type of flooding, right? Sunday morning, waking up, we're transitioning from rain to a wintry mix. By the way, snow falls, rains on top of it, turns to slush. Great. Now we have a giant margarita in our backyard. Slushy conditions out there. Then snow on top of that, and then it gets cold because temperatures are going to drop through the day Sunday, so everything is just refreezing again. This whole weekend is just messing with our emotions, and then the snow sticks around. Maybe we pull in a little lake influence here. We'll see. This is 11 o'clock Sunday night. The snow may be a little bit more localized at that point, but It's going to be quite a weekend out there. We can talk snow totals if you want. We can go to break, whatever you want to do here.
Yeah, we'll take a break here. This feels like a good spot, and then we'll come back to learn a little bit more here. So yeah, quick break. We'll come back. We got a lot more weather to cover.
I've represented families just like yours for over 4 decades. Listen, if you need me, call me. You know I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for you.
All right, Sam, we are back here. A fantastic weekend for folks that like to watch movies inside and to never acknowledge that there's anything going on outside.
I am not that person. Like, if I cannot get outside and do something, like even if it's just a walk. Have you seen The Shining?
Oh, God, yeah. That's you?
how
You become Jack Torrance?
Like a less maniacal version of Jack Torrance. Like, I get the worst cabin fever.
I just imagine your husband walking downstairs and you're staring at a wall.
Here's
Yeah.
Sammy.
Here's Dewey.
Yeah, here's Dewey is right. This winter it's been unique in the fact that it has not given us like any opportunities to get outside, right? There's always something going on. It's either crazy cold or the sidewalk is covered in ice. You can't walk because it's dangerous. You don't want to break a kneecap. I mean, it just has been relentless. So I'm trying to help you out here and figure out a window for you to get outside this weekend. It's not great, but again, we might get a few breaks in this Saturday afternoon. But before we get that break, we get about 1 to 3 inches of snow. Then you don't see the numbers change here Saturday night because it's just raining. So this is not going to show any snowfall accumulation. That's when everything gets slushy. Remember our big margarita. And then Saturday or Sunday, we get an additional 3 to 6 inches of snow. Now, I know this number in Canton is really dramatic. I don't think we're going to see 8 inches of snow in Canton, although now that I've said that, you will get exactly 8 inches of snow. But I just think you're going to probably be closer to 5-ish, and that's even on the high end. We'll see. That number for Canton upsets me, but all the other models I would have shown you were way too low. For everywhere else. So I like this for most areas. I just don't love it for Canton. So if you're watching us from Stark County, you probably won't get 8 inches of snow. That covers our weekend, which is just a mess. Best time to get outside if you're like me, you got to get out. It's going to be Saturday afternoon, but keep in mind the roads may be a little slick if the plows haven't gotten to you yet, because it will have been snowing throughout the morning. Then next week, it gets really cold. So our high Monday is 18. I am just the messenger. Our high Tuesday is 14. You'll notice we did issue another first alert weather day for Tuesday because it's going to be so cold. We don't have any wind chill related like watches or warnings yet, but if we get down to, minus 10 or minus 15 for a wind chill, that is dangerously cold. It won't take long to catch hypothermia or frostbite. So we have to take this cold next week seriously. Back to 21 by Friday. Woo, we'll get a little bit warmer there. And then we should get back up to freezing on Sunday of next week.
A lot of the concerns here with the way that this pattern is working, the ice is a very big concern, right? To stick around and then to continue.
Yeah.
Is that what we're potentially seeing here?
Yeah, that's a good point. We see that melting Saturday night. We get the slush, then it all refreezes, and then snow falls on top of that. And once it does, it's not going to melt. We might get, if you have a south-facing yard or driveway, you might get a little melting Tuesday into Wednesday, just if you can get some sun. But, then of course it's just going to refreeze. So stock up. I know a lot of places are out of ice melt right now, but try to find it where you can, because if you're trying to shovel Sunday with the refreezing, I don't think this is going to be easy to shovel really at all. So I would try to stock up on some ice melt. Could see a little more scattered snow Monday. So it's really just a brutal, relentless forecast. We try to find little glimmers of positivity where we can, but obviously with such a dramatic winter as it has been, obviously a little hard to do that, but at least we have a 6 o'clock sunset today, and the time change, which I find makes a huge difference, by the way, when there's at least some daylight, thanks. The time change is 23 days away, so we're getting there. It's just going to be a little bit of a climb.
And you showed yesterday how, the sunsets are happening later, so as I mentioned, that is at least a little bit of a reprieve from the conditions. Do not think at all about last year around this time. I actually was golfing. Just don't think about that. I know that's nothing to think about. Don't think about it at all.
Don't think
I was doing that
about
with now our morning executive producer. He and I golfed around this time multiple times during the week.
I remember that. It was like 60 or like 70.
And like courses that normally are fairly expensive had wide open space. The ground was dry. It was perfect. It was so nice. So don't think about that.
Don't think about that.
Yeah,
Fine.
whatever.
We'll get through it. We'll have a hot summer and we'll forget all of this happened.
That's true. Actually, in a couple months, we're not going to really care. All right, Sam, anything else?
No, I don't want to hear any complaints about the heat this summer. I don't want to hear it. Don't complain to me. I don't want to hear it after.
Guess who's going to complain?
You're
this
gonna
guy.
complain
Yep, who's got
about
two
the heat
thumbs and
this
will
summer.
absolutely complain about the heat? Me. At least I own up to it.
Yeah. Self-awareness is
I don't pretend to not be a baby about it. All right, Sam, thanks so much. We appreciate the thoroughness on this. I know this is a lot to cover, but very much so of interest. Sam, have a good one. Thank you.
Stay safe. Thank you.
And yes, as Sam said, please stay safe. A tough couple of days here. Having that First Alert weather app is incredibly important at a time like this because we will provide to you very much so up-to-date information, the latest things that you need to know. All of that information will become available basically as soon as you need it. We have it geolocated so you can have whatever zip code you're at, things like that. Now's the time. Download that app, make sure you got it going. Really tough weekend ahead. Stay safe. We will see everybody coming up on TV, which is continuing over at 5 o'clock on CBS. For now, I'm Jeff Slauson with 19 News. Have a great day and a great night. Much more to come, both on air and online.
19 News, now streaming on Samsung Smart TV. Search for channel 1035.